I machined this to their external dimensions, no features on them. So this piece here is this one here, the end cap, which gets mounted here on the table like I had on the other side. And then I have these two pieces, they are the same, which are these two. Right, so that's the end cap I just showed you. These are the two pieces, and this one here is this guy here with that pocket to mount this. So this gets under the surface here, it's flush on this surface with that surface. And for this plate here we have this drawing we need to make. So I'm gonna do this first and drill also the holes in the table here, how I did the other one. And once I have this piece done, I can machine the rest and assemble everything together. And then I'm gonna put, I have a 1 kilowatt servo motor like this one, but without brake. I have a bunch of them. So I'm gonna put one without brake so I can jog or play with that x-axis to see how it works. It looks like these measurements with the existing holes were correct as well. I have the same spacer I use on the other side, and this went in here perfectly. It's aligned at the top here, so now I can center punch and drill this and thread metric 8 here. Here's the left side complete. So I'm putting everything together, and we power the servo motor for the first time. I put the other servo motor I have. This 1 kilowatt has no brake, and I'm using it for all sorts of testing. I think I paid for this $110, the controller and the servo motor. It's plastic here where the encoder is, so it's kind of the cheap one, but goes to 4,000 RPM. So it's not connected anywhere. I just see the connector is disconnected, all the controls. Just gonna jog it. I set the speed at 2000 RPM. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty crisp moves. Its acceleration, it's default, the jogging head. I didn't change it. I'm very pleased with this. So the next on this is to extend this table, right? Like I said, I'm gonna put half an inch flat bar here, 3 inches tall in height, and extend about 9 inches each side. And I'm gonna have something which copies this dovetail profile, so the table is supported both directions, this way and this way, 9 inches on all 4 corners. So I have enough support when this table is moved to one of its extremities. See, I'm afraid to to do it under power because I'm gonna get to the limit. So see, from here it's another 1.5 inches, maybe 2. So the table does have enough support to the left, right? So if I add another 9 inch here, it's supported for more than half its length. So that's the next video, next project. Extend the table support. I connected the servo drive to this just to run it with the MPG to see how it goes. It was very nice. One thing I don't like is if you look at this after I stop spinning the MPG, you will see it has some settling there. It's time to settle. You see that? So it's overshooting the commanded position. Now I'm not gonna tune this because that's not the servo motor I'm running. I'm gonna run with this. But if I get into that issue and I cannot resolve this overshooting, I'm gonna change to this servo motor. This has a bigger rotor, bigger inertia, and the ratio between the moving masses inertia and the motor, it's smaller, so this is much suited for that. But if I do that, this flange is not matching. I mean the arbor here is matching, but the flange is not matching this plate here, so I will have to do another one. But you know, otherwise I think if I'm getting used to this, I don't think I'll ever go to the manual here. Just run it through the MPG, or even better, I have this three-dimensional joystick, so I have X and Y, but also has Z. So I can put all 3 axes on that joystick, right, and move left, right, forward, reverse, and up and down until I'm close to my position, and then I can use the MPG for the final positioning. So it's gonna be much easier, and also I can switch the mode on how that MPG, that joystick is working. Depending on how much I push on it, the speed is higher if it's pushed higher, right? So if I let it go, it will stop. So if I just push it a little bit, it will go with a certain speed. I push it more, it will go even faster. So you know, I can adjust many things with that. So probably I'll do that if I'm, because I told you I'm gonna run this as a manual mill and also CNC. So for the manual, I need that level of control.